This is gonna be all over the place, so get ready. Hey y'all, it's Aquila Mariyah here, and today I'm gonna be doing a video on growing up mixed, because I know it's not obvious, but I am Black and Puerto Rican. I am 50% Black from my dad, and I am 50% Puerto Rican from my mom, and she is like a very, or was, a very fair-skinned lady. She wasn't like the palest, but she also like struggled to tan. So like I'm gonna feel weird this whole time making this video, but I've been seeing a lot of videos of like growing up mixed, and I thought that, you know, I should make one because like I don't at all look like I'm mixed. I just look like I'm a Black woman, and so that has, like, don't get me wrong, I love my melanin. I love my melanin, but nobody believed me growing up that I was Puerto Rican and Black. They just thought that I was Black. It's just like people in Puerto Rico are this dark. People in like the Dominican Republic, there's people that are this dark, you know. People in Costa Rica, you know, just because I'm Black doesn't mean, or brown doesn't mean that I can't possibly be anything other than African American. I am like absolutely grateful that I am Black and Puerto Rican. Like, I wouldn't want to be one race. It's nothing against people that are one race. It's just that I love the fact that I'm mixed. I don't know, I just like, you get like two different cultures, at least I was supposed to. Sorry. I was supposed to get like two different cultures. I kind of did. I kind of didn't. So my dad was like in and out. So like I mostly grew up around my Puerto Rican mother. Like a lot of people, I don't know, they just didn't. Like my best friend. Sorry, this is gonna be all over the place, so get ready. So I'm gonna insert a clip of my mother here. Clip. I don't know why I said a clip. I meant a picture. And then here I'll insert a picture of my dad. Okay. My cousin is my best friend on my mom's side, okay? She is full-blood Puerto Rican. And when we would say, like, tell people, like, oh, like, we're cousins, like, this is my family here, nobody would believe us. Why would people lie about race? Also, now I'm learning Spanish, but, like, most of my life I have not known Spanish. I still technically don't know Spanish. I can trick people that don't speak Spanish into thinking like I'm a fluent Spanish speaker, but I can't fool any fluent speaking people. Like, it's not a thing. And I'm not trying to fool people. It's just like I'm just trying to explain like how my Spanish is set up, you know? I remember like people saying, you don't even speak Spanish, so how are you gonna sit here and say that you're Puerto Rican? I'm like, I'm sorry that my mother didn't teach me Spanish. Like my grandma, like her English was not that great. Like she cursed very well in English. As we got older, like she was speaking more English, but she didn't like me. So it wasn't like I was just sitting here able to have like a Spanish conversation with her. Like she didn't fuck with me, so, you know, try to keep my distance as best I could. But her food was bomb. So every Sunday I made sure I went there also to see my cousins. But again, like, people just don't believe you if you don't speak Spanish. And it's just like, what do you mean? Like, regardless of what I speak or how I look, you can't take away from the fact that I came from this Puerto Rican woman's vagina. You can't. And like my dad is Black. Like, he chocolate. So like I came out chocolate. Now, me personally, I like chocolate. I like being chocolate, and I just love being in the sun because I don't know, I feel like me being darker, I glow more. Like you can't deny it. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, sorry, off topic. I remember when I was in elementary school, these Hispanic kids told me that I wasn't Spanish, and I was like, yes I am, like I'm Puerto Rican and I'm Black, blah blah blah, right? They told me that my parents were going to get divorced because Spanish people don't like black people. That's what they told me, right? So little do they know, my parents have been all fucked up ever since I was little. So that really messed with me. And I was like, well, maybe that's why they, you know, they don't really get along, is because, like, you know. But then, like, I had to, like, reassure myself, like, that's not a thing. It's just because, like, they're not meant to be together. It has nothing to do with race. Mind you, I was in elementary school. I remember asking my mom if she felt weird, like, walking around with us. She was like, why would I feel weird? I was like, well, because you're so, like, white, and then we're black. Like, our colors aren't the same. Like, do you feel weird that we don't, like, look the same color? And she's like, looked at me like I was crazy. I'll never forget this. Looked at me like I was crazy and was like, you guys are my children. I don't care how you look. I don't care how I look. You guys are my children. You came from me. You are a part of me. And I will say this. I do have my mom's eyes and I do have my mom's nose. And so, I mean, that's my mom. You feel me? So it's not like I was being tricked my whole life. You know, like, I'm actually, like, I don't know, because I used to think that too. Maybe I'm not actually her child. It was kind of frustrating growing up just because, like, people not believing, like, your whole main, like, root. Because I was mostly raised by my mother. To me, I was more Puerto Rican than I was black. Not in a sense of, oh, I'm trying to deny being black, but, like, I could connect with that more because of the fact of I was being raised by my mother. When we got woken up on the weekends to clean, it wasn't to, back in the day, R&B music. It was to Spanish reggaeton and, like, bachata and stuff like that. Like, people, when you, like, don't know these R&B songs, they're like, come on, like, how you don't know this? Like, what are you, like, doing? I'm like, I'm sorry, my dad wasn't around to play that music. Like, my mom played Spanish music. She didn't play that other music. Like, I don't know what to tell you. So I would get made fun of for stuff like that. Like I said, I love being mixed. I wouldn't change it for anything in the world, anything. And I'm glad that I'm mixed with Puerto Rican and black. Now, I wish I would have learned the cultures more. Like, I don't know where my dad's roots come from. I think my grandma's from, like, Mississippi. My mom's side, they're from San Lorenzo in Puerto Rico, but, like, I wasn't old enough to ask my mom any questions before she died. And if any of my family are out there watching this, if y'all would like to, you know, update me on y'all's past lives, or, like, let me know where your roots come from, I'd appreciate that, you know. But parents and adults, like, really don't share stories with you unless, like, you ask. My mom's mom, she did like me before she died. She's dead too. She was sick, so we didn't really, like, talk about anything, really. And that mix was not easy because you don't know who to identify with, because you don't look like a quote-unquote typical Puerto Rican. You don't speak Spanish, but, like, that's who you grew up around. Those are the family members you grew up around. It was just weird because outside of my family, I really didn't connect with any other Hispanics. Like, I wasn't around any of them that I can think of, like, as in friends or, like, close peers in school, other than my family. But I mean, I did hang around a lot of black people. Like, that's where I could relate to more as far as skin tone. But then, like, the way I spoke wasn't like them. I would always be called an Oreo, or, like, just say that I act white, which I don't even know what that means to this day. Like, what is acting white? I don't know. A lot of people don't understand that there's, like, no matter what race you are, like, your skin tone varies. Like, because my mom was as fair skinned as she was, and my dad was, like, you know, my color, but then I came out my dad's color. Whereas my best friend, one of my best friends, she is full black, but her dad is, like, chocolate, like purple chocolate, and then her mom is, like, yellow, like a red bone type of color, and she came out the same color as her mom. So it's like, I remember growing up I used to want to be more fair skinned just because And people would like, hey, are you like mixed with anything kind of thing, whereas if as chocolate as I am, nobody's asking those kinds of questions. Thank you so much for watching my video. I hope you have a positive, blissful day or night whenever you're watching this. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and always be yourself, and don't let color deter you from what you want to do. Like, don't let it affect you, like, in a sense of, I don't know, like, embrace whatever color you are, whatever race you are. Just embrace it. Like, nobody can tell you you're this or you're that. You know what you are, so don't let them get to you. And I know it's not easy. It's easier said than done, but at the same time, it's like, I wish that I would have embraced my melanin a lot more growing up. And I'm grateful that I embrace it now, because I love my chocolate. But yeah, like, just be you, be free, be love, and spread love everywhere. And don't judge people, and don't tell them they can't possibly be this or that. Like, if that's what they are, that's what they are. Like, I'm not talking about people that are lying about their race. I'm talking about people who actually are the race that they say that they are. And it's like, if you don't believe them, whatever, keep it to yourself. That's not their problem that you don't believe them, period. It's not their problem. A lot of people probably won't believe me. I don't care, because at the end of the day, I'm Puerto Rican and I'm Black, and that's my race. Not who I am, but it's my race. My name's Aquila and I'm mixed. Thank you so much for checking out my video. I hope you go and check out more videos. Peace.